And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is Henry, the Forex trading parakeet, and we are going to talk today about Forex trading, Forex trading, prop firm trading, and making money doing all of the above. Hopefully, making money doing all of the above. It is not a guarantee. Do not try this at home unless you are trained and know what you're doing, or learning what you're doing. And the best way I've found to learn what you're doing is to jump into it and do it. That's what I did a long time ago. And that's what I did to get back into this, was just peel the band-aid off and just get into it. However, there are risks, and these are some of those risks. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade the funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And also, Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment capital objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. Okay, and I did crack open a beverage. Let me show it to you right here. We have my favorite energy drink, Jocko Go. This is does not crack open an alcoholic beverage because I do not drink alcohol. Because alcohol is bad for you. Well, it may not be bad for you, it's bad for me. So let's see, what do we got going on? If it works for you, keep doing it. If it doesn't work, make a change. The end. Let's see. So let's get into the DXY. Here's the DXY. We got a surprise for you at the end today. DXY really didn't go anywhere as expected. Just kind of languished about a little bit. It did perk up a little bit, and then fell back. Not necessarily what you call any decisive movements of any kind. Euro, again, same thing. Euro versus the dollar. Not a whole lot going on there. It is breaking out of this channel that we used to have and is forming a new channel upward. So we can definitely see that. It's following that support trend line. So that may be a new way to see what that is going, what is likely to happen with that moving forward, what the probabilities are for that. Because there are no guarantees, but there are probabilities. That is the daily support trend line. How about that? So it's obeying the daily support trend line. We'll see how that continues next week. Your dollar versus the yen. Again, not a whole lot going on. Nothing really decisive. 156.53. I don't like touching it when it's in the 50s or when it's near that blue bar. And it's came right off that the blue moving average, the 20 period moving average, and jumped a little bit. Not a whole lot to talk about there. Well, maybe a little bit to talk about. Looks like we got a open of 93 and 60 pips. Wouldn't make a bad day. However, it was Friday too. Getting doji-ish around the pound versus the dollar could mean a reversal. Could mean that it's just consolidating too. So we won't know until we get some more information on that. Pound versus the yen. Oh, look at that. That's decisive. That's a bearish engulfing candle. We'll see if that continues. On that, that may be time to get into the pound versus the yen, maybe around 111.70-ish, somewhere around in there. We'll take a look at that next week. Euro versus the dollar. Again, not a bullish engulfing candle. I called that a bearish engulfing candle over here. That's a bullish engulfing candle. It's engulfing the last one, and it actually came right back up to this resistance point right here at 211.50. Again, not touching into the 50s, so we'll see what happens with that. Now we'll come back up to the yen. Euro versus the yen, kind of mimicking the the pound versus the yen a little bit, but not a whole lot. It's kind of bouncing a little bit. Just pretty much retraced the previous day's movements. Dollar versus the CAD, that's a decisive one. That is a doji. We've got a daily doji on the close, on the weekly close, so we will see if that obeys, if that follows the probability, and that's usually it bounces off of that. It usually indicates that the bulls, the bears are done, and it's time for the bulls to take over. We'll see if this blue line crosses this red line, and that would be a good indication that's going to happen. And we also need to see RSI above 30 before that happens too. CAD versus the yen. Ooh, look at that. Very decisive move on the Canadian versus the yen. Might want to see what, and the oil market is down. How about that? So the Canadian dollar showing some strength versus the yen. Aussie versus the dollar. We have the what do we got going on here? Well, the Aussie's breaking out. So it might be time for the Aussie to break out of that range. Is what it's looking like to me. So it might be time for the Aussie to keep its little run going. We'll see if what happens with that. Bollinger Bands look nice. It's in the inner section right here of the two Bollinger Bands, the 10 or the 1 deviation and the 2 deviation 20 period Bollinger Bands. And here we have gold. Let's see what gold's doing. Wow, look at that. Gold made a very decisive move to a whole new closing average. It bounced right up to the 181.8 expansion from the 2025 open. Interesting. And as you can see, it could go all the way up to the 268. I'm not sure what the 268 would look like. I'd have to pull back the chart and to the weeklies and see what that FIBO level would look like to get further direction on that. At any rate, gold is going up. There's not really much more to talk about on that one. We've got a new all-time high of 4550.04 before it pulled back a little bit. Pulled back $16 after that. Here's the one that takes the cake. Silver. We are watching history unfold here. That candle has never done that. Silver has never done that in the history of, let's say, mankind. That is a $7 move on $70 silver. That's a 10% move. 10.43% move on silver yesterday. We're starting to see the Shanghai market lead, Shanghai silver market, physical market lead the futures markets. That's something I don't think we've ever seen in the history of mankind either. So this is more precious than what you've got on paper. This is a silver dollar. This is a silver dollar, which is now worth $79. So if that really, that's what and if you're curious, have you ever heard the currency debasement trade? That's what this is. The silver dollar is now worth $85. So that means that the dollar, if you hold static, is dropping in value and silver is going up. Or if silver is holding static in value, then the dollar is getting eroded badly. That's what's going on with that. RSIs, look at this. Look at these numbers. Unbelievable. So 87.46, that's way overbought according to RSI, but I don't think this is done. I'm seeing a lot of reports that the physicals are waning and that the Forex market doesn't have enough physicals to cover their paper. If that's the case, then we could see it spike to same numbers as platinum. I've got platinum around here somewhere. Platinum is, there it is. 20, whoa. Last time I looked at platinum, it was at 1100. Now it's at 2400 an ounce. At any rate, if you want to get into platinum, you want to get into silver, those are the two metals that are taking the cake right now. Gold is lagging a little bit right now, but I think gold's going to catch up one of these days. There is a ratio 50 to 1 that I keep hearing about between the gold and silver. Right now it is, silver's got about another $10, $20 to run before it starts catching up to silver and maintaining the 50 to 1 ratio. So if that's the case, we can expect silver to hit 90 probably by next week at the rate the Shanghai market is going. I'm going to keep an eye on the Shanghai market. I've got another video that's going to be coming out specifically on the silver market tomorrow, and we'll see what's going to happen with that. In the meantime, I got to go to work. I got to go to my day job. I'm off tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. You guys have a great one. I will talk with you later. And whoa, platinum's up 10% too. Just noticed that. Let's pull platinum down here with the rest of these bad boys. And that is the latest continuous platinum market right there. we'll kind of grab this one and let's just pull it down here a little bit. Put it right in between there. There you go. So now we've got gold, platinum, and silver all right there. Fun metals to play with. You guys have a great one. I will talk with you later. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel and we'll show you more. Or YouTube will tell you when I'm putting out more videos. And lastly, if you have any comments, by all means, please comment. I'd love to interact with people. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. In the meantime, you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.